worldwide leader in entertainment. This is the VOC Nation Radio Network.
Hello wrestling fans and welcome to another edition of the Supler. I am Andy Kwan, and with me as always is Liam Dunn.
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce, fuck, it's live, who cares? The very first audio Harlem Shake. What did you all think? Doesn't quite make as much sense without actually seeing it, really, does it? Otherwise you just got the music and the music shit.
Fuck off, Liam.
What? I was trying out the very first podcast Harlem Shake, and I'm getting stuff saying it's crap. It sucks. Steve O said jizz. For some reason, whatever you're into, mate.
Well, okay.
It was worse than WrestleMania 27. Okay, they're really not holding back, are they?
They're gonna fucking beat the fucking fuck out of you, really.
Right. Well, I'll be sure not to do that again.
That's probably for the best, really.
Are you alright? You sound very down in the dumps this week, Andrew. What's wrong? I'm very happy. I'm very upbeat. You sound like you want to, I don't know, kick somebody in the ovaries.
Wrestling is terrible. It's so bad.
Is it really that bad?
Oh God. Should we just get right into the news?
Yes, I think we should just explain why it's been so bad this week.
It's just nothing happens anymore. Nothing.
Well, that's not strictly speaking true.
Whatever. Well, TNA, nothing happens. Oh, Ace of the Mates is still around. Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ends this week's show.
No,
we'll see you next time.
Well, fuck wrestling though. We are also on iTunes, the newly redesigned WrestlingTruth.com, BOCNation.com, the Pirate Bay perhaps, I don't know.
Other BitTorrenting websites, no doubt.
Yes, but speaking of the Harlem Shake, WWE are planning maybe the world's largest Harlem Shake. Now that Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio off the card to WrestleMania, preventing WWE's planned world record attempt.
Wow, English language, Andrew. English language.
Tired. The world record attempt for the most masked fans. It is rumoured that they're considering doing possibly the world's largest Harlem Shake. And for this, I say, go fuck yourself, Vince.
Yeah, as a man who literally did the Harlem Shake right now on live international radio, no. TNA tried something similar, and it's what is it with like these? They're trying to jump on these bandwagons, and nobody gives a shit. I mean, the Harlem Shake. Let's just be quite frank. It's shit. Like I wasn't quite proud of it. You know, it's shit.
I would rather they had a goat in the middle of the ring. Like, it's a shameful thing.
Ooh, apple. Ah!
Yes, the goat. The ring announcer can be a goat. Yes.
Can you imagine that? Hailing from Mexico, the World Heavyweight Champion, Berto Del Rio.
Yes! Please, WWE! Please! For Christ's sake, please!
Yes, I hope people understand what we're talking about, otherwise that will be very awkward.
Right, just YouTube Taylor Swift goat. It's brilliant. I knew you were trouble when you walked in, bitch.
Right. But yeah, so what were we talking about? WrestleMania. Well, the thing is, we don't give a shit. Let's not give a shit.
I don't give a wank about this anymore. It's like the first one was funny, then I did one that was funny, and now the rest of the world has done one. Even probably my gran has done one. It's not funny anymore.
It wasn't really funny in the first place. The thing is, what I've noticed about the Harlem Shake is that it's funny for the people who are involved. It's funny for the people who know the people who are involved. But for the people who don't know the people, it's just like, okay, what? That's just... And the problem is, it's simple editing, guys. It's literally just a jump cut. It's not that funny. Like, it's not intelligent in the slightest. Like, you know, Gangnam Style... the thing is, Gangnam Style is shit as well, but you can kind of understand it. It was catchy. The music video was well edited, well put together. It had some production value. But this is literally just people dancing for crazily, and they've just jump cut. There's no skill involved. And maybe I'm just going into my own film version here and just whatever, but it's pointless. And like I said, TNA did something like this.
The GOAT one's brilliant, by the way.
Yeah, but TNA did something like this, like, recently, where they did it at a house show, and somebody was on the top of a fucking cage. And, like, now WWE's actually done their own version. I don't know if you know that, but they've actually done their own version.
Have they?
Yeah, but it's worse than TNA's one, because it's literally... it's like... I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say TNA's version was actually better. But it's literally just Matt Stryker. That's really about it.
Oh, God's sake. Okay, great.
But yeah, so as we've said, Cara versus Rey Mysterio is pretty much off the cards for a second year in a row, ladies and gentlemen. For a second year in a row.
That match is not... I'm going to say this on record. That match is never going to happen.
I wouldn't surprise me if they try and build it for next year's Mania, and it still fucks up. It will never
happen.
Because the thing is,
it's never
Mysterio, he's sort of, let's be honest, he's in the twilight years of his career as it is. I don't think anybody really cares. There's not enough reason for me to care anymore.
It's just like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, look, it's the guy that can do flips but fucks up all of his other moves, and then here's the guy that used to do flips, he's got 2 fucking crippled legs, still can put on a good match, but it's not like, this isn't like Rey Mysterio in, like, I don't know, 1997 against Sin Cara. This is decrepit, crippled Rey Mysterio against El Bocho.
Don't forget, Mysterio is so fat now and so flabby that he's got to wear a top because he can't. Literally, he has moobs. He has man boobs, and quite frankly, the man needs a bra because the fact that they don't get in his. Actually, that's probably why he wears a top, so his own tits don't get up in his face. He could feed every child on the front row with those.
Wow.
That would be disgusting and beyond PG. But, you know, SmackDown main event, Rey Mysterio breastfeeds children. No? Okay.
WWE are looking at new networks for NXT, because I want to change this topic of fucking conversation completely. According to Jim Ross, WWE are looking to air the NXT developmental show on a national network alongside their other WWE
English language.
Cheese. Programming. Currently the show only airs internationally and locally in Florida. The original rationale was that the show should only be localized because it's a testing ground for future stars and does not represent the wider product. For whatever reason, like WWE seem to do every 25 seconds, like schizophrenics, they have changed their minds. Effectively, this would redefine what it means to be in developmental. A lower card star that wrestles on Superstars, for example, would be getting just as much exposure as the rookies.
Well, I think this is, honestly, it's about time. NXT is possibly the best thing that WWE's got going at the moment, bar the CM Punk John Cena match. But, like, I mean, that's literally the only thing that's been happening in WWE recently that anyone cares about. But NXT, it's like, hang on, I'm just I'm just looking through the chat now, and Kyle87 says the new NXT is seriously underrated, and I agree with him. I really do.
Does it still have William Regal on commentary?
I believe so.
Yes!
But I think it's got it's fresh characters. very good characters, very good athletes, and it's just the fact that a lot of Americans have to watch it through, I don't know, fucking like Daily Motion or shit like that. It's ridiculous, and quite frankly, it's unfair on these new guys because this is the thing that WWE, we've said this, WWE said this, they have a tough time trying to build new characters, new stars, and it's like this is a perfect opportunity. You can say, right, this is our developmental guys, but you're broadcasting them on a new level to new people, and you can get them interested. Do you know what I mean? It's just
yes.
This is something that they need. You can finally have a WWE programming without shoving John Cena down everyone's throats. You can go, right, these are our next generation.
Here are some new people,
and that's the sort of stuff.
Hallelujah!
That's what they want, and they keep going on about how the fact that they find it tough to make new stars, especially when they fucking job everybody to John Cena. So how about not just Bo Dallas, not just Bo Dallas, fucking Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry, the guy's a jobber now, basically.
They fucked him up completely. Why? I don't understand the logic. Thank God they didn't do this to, like, I don't know, Chris Hero, whatever his name is now, or like fucking anyone else. Because Bo Dallas just walked into fucking the Royal Rumble and everyone was like, complete silence, and then he got eliminated by Wade Barrett and got the shit kicked out of him, and everyone's like, lol, 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 who the fuck is Bo Dallas?
And this is what I mean. But this is the thing.
The chat.
We'll explain Paige in a bit, but going back to Bo Dallas, I think people would have cared more about Bo Dallas if they knew him from NXT. It's all well and good saying, yeah, we've got an NXT tournament. Yeah, half the fucking country, no, more than half the country, 90% of America can't even watch it. Why do they give a shit about this guy? They don't. Fact. This is what I mean. If you had this show on a national level... Now, I'm not a business guy. I don't know how tough it is to get a show on a fucking network. I assume it's easier for WWE compared to some new guys because they have an established fucking dominance in the television industry. But I'm pretty sure if you created a new show, well, not even a new show, if you just put NXT on a national television network, then people would care about these characters more. It's all well and good doing what you did with Bo Dallas, but if people don't know about him, people don't care about him.
Well, yeah, they didn't even, like, explain why he was there very well. He won a Battle Royal at Fan Access. That's great, but why the fuck should I care?
And why... This is the other thing, right? Why was it a Fan Access? Why didn't you do that on, I don't know, NXT show?
The pre-show. Anything.
The pre-show would have been a fantastic opportunity. Instead, we got fucking Tenzai and Brodus Clay as a tag team.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I don't understand. Does FCW still exist?
No,
I'm confused.
FCW doesn't exist. FCW is now NXT.
Oh. Well, ignore whatever the hell I'm saying.
But yeah. So, essentially, that's what I was going to say. But like you said, people in the chat are going nuts for Paige. Paige is a pro wrestler from England. She is, I think, the second British wrestler that they've ever... British female wrestler they've got after your crush, tree lady. But... yeah, so... And people, they love Paige. They're going nuts because she's so... And Paige... The reason why I think everyone loves Paige... Don't get me wrong, she's great. But I think the reason why everyone loves her as much as she does now... is because she's calls herself like the anti-diva. And she's really fit, they're saying. But let's get past the looks, guys. Come on, fucking hell.
Wow, don't be a bunch of
tits! Right, sorry. Let's just get that out. Getting that out of the system.
I'm not going to yell the word boobs, okay?
Jesus. It's fine. I just shouted tits at the top of my voice, and my housemates are probably like, yeah, he's probably... My housemates are probably going, yeah, that's normal. Right, Anyway... as I was trying to say, I think the reason why people really like her is, like, you look at the Divas division, yes, both girls in the Divas division, and they're pretty much the same, the sort of, yeah, the Barbies, Ditzies, sort of girl next door, hiya, sort of thing, except maybe Tamina, but that's really about it. Paige, she calls herself the anti-diva, she's got black hair, she's She's as pale as Sheamus, man. No offense to the girl. I'm sure she's a lovely person in real life. But she's pale, she's British, she's very different. And I think that's why people really like her. And that is something that the Divas division needs. We need a third character that isn't like the other two.
We need more divas that are not shit.
We need more divas, full stop, and not fucking models, right? I just need to say this for John Laurinaitis, who for some reason hasn't learned his fucking lesson from the last couple of diva searches, has now done a diva search that isn't even open to the public. It's just for models, and it's like, no, this is not what we want. Why are you getting models in? Why are you getting models in? Like, just look at Kelly Kelly. You built her up to be the next Trish Stratus.
Another diva search.
They're doing another diva search, but it's not open to the public. That's why they've not mentioned it. They've only contacted modelling agencies.
What's the fucking logic behind this? For fuck's sake, you've got UFC, and they had fucking Ronda Rousey and someone else who's now going to be probably insignificant, but who cares? You've got a proper female woman's division that is treated seriously. That if Ronda Rousey came to my house and I went to her, please, for the love of God, make me a cup of tea and a sandwich, she'll break my fucking arm, because I wouldn't even fucking dare do that, because they treat their women's division seriously. But oh hey, guess what? Fucking WWE, it's just like, Lana comes out, and it's just like, fuck off.
I didn't spin the button. Like, no.
I need a man. Like, oh my god. If I was a woman, I would just be like, wow, women don't even act like this. God, does WWE even understand women? The fuck, really?
This is John Laurinaitis. It's John Laurinaitis.
He can't even speak and say his own name. Why are they relying on this guy?
I mean, like, I just thought...
God.
I mean, this is just...
Can't pronounce his own name!
Look, I don't want to sound sexist here, because there are some great female wrestlers out there, but if you're not going to use them, just fucking kill the division. I'm sorry. Just... I know that I'll put a lot of girls out of jobs in WWE, except maybe, I don't know, half of them that turn into managers for some reason, but fucking let them go, kill the division, get rid of that fucking belt. Why have you got that fucking Barbie belt? Get rid of it. Go away.
Like, you know what makes me laugh? Is that Stephanie McMahon is, like, one of the heads of creative. How? She must feel so good about, like, her sex and her gender. She must feel so proud that the women of the WWE carry this ugly butterfly Barbie pink belt and have 2-minute matches, and the crowd don't care about anything that they do, because they've trained their fans not to give a shit about anything. I hope Stephanie McMahon sleeps well at night and just thinks, I am such a great fucking leader of my fucking sex. I love women's wrestling. You fucking... Oh.
But this is what I mean. There's the women's division, the characters. There's no standout characters. Like, there's no... And I know we've been scolded for this in the past by some of the fans for constantly mentioning Trish and Lita, but the reason why we mention them is because they're memorable characters. Can you name any memorable characters from the current generation, or heck, the generation between now and Trish's generation? Just name one that just really pops out. Besides AJ, Edwin. You're not allowed to mention AJ, okay?
I really can't think anything.
But this is what I mean. This is what I mean.
AJ is just a whore. This is the thing. AJ is just a whore. That's all she's ever going to be now. She had the chance to be something, and now she just fucks everyone. That's it. That's what's implied. She fucked Cena. She fucked Punk. She even tried to fuck Kane. Now she's apparently fucking Ziggler. She's a whore. That's it.
And people are mentioning, like, we've got Edwin saying, like, Mickie James and Glenn saying Melina and Ashley. And, like, I would consider, personally, Mickie James to be more Trish's era. Maybe the tail end of her era, yes, but more Trish's era. And then she went to TNA. And then you've got Molly Holly, who, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Geordie 18, whatever the fuck your name is. Dickhead, I'll call you. You've said Molly Holly. And it's just like, to be honest, I don't see any of these. Like, Melina, she was fired. Ashley was fired. Mickie James was fired. Like, this is what I mean. I just don't see any of them really being standout characters. Like,
I mean, like, if I was a woman and, like, I want to be in some kind of combat sport or some form of combat entertainment or something, why in the fuck would I want to be in WWE? They would treat me like shit. I would just be an object, and the fucking belt that I'm gonna win looks like a fucking turd. And or I could go to UFC, where, you know, it's a growing division. More women are getting involved in mixed martial arts. The UFC actually have a belt that doesn't look like a complete piece of shit, and they've got a guy in Dana White who actually knows how to promote women and fucking just fights in general, which of course WWE can't do, because guess what, guys? Twice in a lifetime.
Yes, Andy.
Yes, I can't deal with. This is why when I said I was coming back, I'm watching more UFC now than wrestling, because not because it's real, not because like fucking it's not like it's not shit. Okay, they actually know what they're doing. They're actually doing something that's new, that's fresh, and WWE are just like, we'll do the same shit as last year. And fucking, oh god!
And I just want to.
They'll do this. They're gonna do it a third time. You know they are gonna do it a third time. You do realize that, don't you?
And it's probably gonna be a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh my god, mate!
I just want to clarify, because like the chat's blown up a little bit with female wrestlers' names and things like that. It's all well and good saying your favourite divas and thinking they're the best, but you got to look at it from an objective point of view. Trish Stratus is basically a Hall of Famer now. Who from this generation or the generation between Trish and ours, which of those divas do you see being in the Hall of Fame? Caitlyn? Candice Michelle? Joy Giovanni? I mean, this is what I mean. Like, is there a diva now, or in the last generation, just before Trish retired, is there a diva around that you can honestly say, yes, I see her being the Trish Stratus of that generation? She is going to be a future Hall of Fame.
I would say,
except maybe AJ as JJ Pies whatever.
No. I would say, but the thing Shelton Benjamin's mum.
This is what I mean. And the thing is, like, you can say AJ like being, oh yeah, what a great diva. But the thing is, like, she's a great female character, but she's not really a wrestler at the moment. She's more of a manager.
She's just a whore. She's just not even a manager. She's just fucking in kayfabe. She just sleeps around. That's all she does. I mean, like, what is this crap? Oh god, damn it! Please, can we move on?
Right. Well, what have we got to talk about? We were talking about NXT and Paige, and so we were talking about NXT. There was something else we were going to mention about NXT, but I can't remember. Essentially, yes, they need to put NXT on a national fucking, what is it?
Raw's old school for some reason.
Oh yes, Raw is old school, and this is quite an interesting. Well, I say an interesting fact. It's more like it makes me want to strangle creative. Basically,
why now?
Well, this is no. It gets worse. It gets no. It gets so much worse. Right? Our sources have told us that WWE, obviously this week or tomorrow, should I say, are doing an old school Raw episode, which is great for them. Good for them. Great, brilliant. The thing is, though, is that they're saying backstage that this is a throwaway show and that the undercard for WrestleMania won't start until next week.
Are you kidding me?
We're about a month away from WrestleMania.
Are you kidding me?
No.
No, you can't.
We're a month away from WrestleMania.
Wait, without giving... When is WrestleMania again?
7th, I believe, of April. I think.
7th, okay, so that would only give them 1, 2, 3... That'd give them 3 weeks to book WrestleMania! 3 weeks!
3 weeks to book WrestleMania 29, yes.
Oh my god! Really? 3 weeks?
Yep. Pretty much. because they're not doing it this week.
WrestleMania! This is the biggest fucking stupid ass company bollocks.
And you know they're just doing this just so they can bring the Undertaker back. That's the only reason why they're doing this. Just like, Undertaker's back. Who's he gonna challenge at WrestleMania? And then like Punk's face shows up on the Titantron.
Axel Jim Duggan. Oh!
Yeah, this is what we want leading into WrestleMania.
Play. Okay. The first one was cool, having like the set and stuff, but that was that like between
2010. That was
WrestleMania
2010.
season?
No, I don't believe it was, but it was in 2010. I know that.
It was all right. It was a cool idea, but why the fuck are they doing it between WrestleMania?
I just don't know why they like, who backstage just thought, 3 weeks till WrestleMania. That's enough time to build an interesting rivalry. Mate, no, it's not. 15 minutes per week. That's 45 minutes a week you've got, really, to build a match. Like, let's just take a prime example of this. Yes. Randy Orton versus Kane at last year's WrestleMania.
Oh, what the fuck?
That match was literally just stitched together out of anything they could find. Like, literally, fuck, we forgot to put Kane and Randy Orton in a match. Oh, let's just put them together and just make some sort of rivalry.
We forgot to book Brutus Clay. Where's my mama? Woo, let's dance.
Yeah, it's literally like, I think it was like a week or 2 weeks before, Kane just randomly attacked Randy Orton, and then they suddenly decided to have a match at WrestleMania. It's just like, what the fuck? And that was 2 weeks build. This one's 3 weeks, and you've got the rest of the card. Like, I can't.
Apparently, according to the chat, The Rock's missing 2 Raws again.
Oh, fucking. Look, I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking sick of this.
I'm sorry. I know, Andy, you're a fan of The Rock. I know a lot of the listeners are fans of The Rock, but you know what?
The Rock is my childhood hero, but right now he's a cunt.
Right now, I'm sorry, but just fuck off. I'm sorry, Rock. Either you be there as an actual fucking full-timer, or just fuck the fuck off. And you know what? The same to Brock Lesnar, right? I'm just saying this. Quite frankly, I am sick to death of this fucking storyline of, oh look, Brock Lesnar's come back. He's leaving. He's quit. And he's back again. He's back. He's quit. The next day he's quitting. Oh look, he's back again. And this is Triple H. He said he was retired. Like, oh, fuck off. Seriously?
Yeah, by the way. I was talking I was talking to my housemate about this, and he was like, "So what matches are booked for WrestleMania so far?" I'm like, "You don't want to know." He's like, "Why? How bad can it possibly be?" So I've gone Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Oh, the match that happened last year at SummerSlam. Yeah, that one. What? Then I was like, well, Ryback might have a match with Chris Jericho, and they're like, well, that don't make any sense. And like, it gets so much worse. Rock versus Cena, and he flipped the shit. He was just like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, they're doing it again. Like, I thought it was a triple threat. I'm like, no.
No, that would have been a good idea.
Punk's gonna be wrestling The Undertaker, and he's like, oh god, what is life?
I'm sure there's another WrestleMania rematch that's going on. Like, we've got Rock versus Cena 2.
Okay.
Lesnar versus Triple H 2. I'm sure there's another one that's happening. You know what? I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. I don't care.
I wouldn't mind, like, fucking Punk and Jericho, but they're stupid, completely stupid. They're just idiots.
And yeah, I mean, like, they're saying in the chat that Punk faced Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, I don't understand where this rivalry for Undertaker and Punk's going to come from. Like, it made sense with Triple H, because it's like, oh, Shawn Michaels went through it all, and now it's like Shawn Michaels is the referee, and it's sort of like this big conclusion, not only to that, like, 4-year rivalry, but to the Undertaker's career, and it's just like, what the fuck is this?
He's fat. The Undertaker is fat, for fuck's sake. Have you seen photos of him? He's fucking enormous. He can't do anything anymore. He will kill himself at one of these events. because you try jumping over the fucking ropes, land on his fucking face. He's fat. He can't do anything. He has to lie there for about 20 minutes per fucking bump. Just go away, because you're ruining it. You're ruining your stupid winning streak. It's a round number. It's this OCD with numbers I have. It's a round number.
And people in the chat like Blue Boy is saying, "Oh, Punk, it's starting because Punk called himself immortal and God." And it's like, I'm sorry, isn't that what happened when he was in the Straight Edge Society? He was basically saying he was a savior and a messiah. It's kind of the same deal. I swear, it's just somebody backstage just forgot everything that's happened in the past fucking 5 years. I swear that this whole thing's happened before. It's just this time you won't have Luke Gallows because Luke Gallows is busy beating up a 50, 60-year-old man in TNA.
By the way, that storyline has gone nowhere in how many months?
I don't know. I don't care about TNA.
Right, so the last thing that ever happened to Aces and Eights was Garrett the Carrot and some other twat got revealed. Oh, who are these plebs? And then the time before that, oh God, it's Mike Knox. You know him. And then it's just like, well, here comes Festus. And then there's Devon. It's like, it's not Aces and Eights. It's the merry land of bellends and jobbers. That's all it is. It's just a group of dicks, just complete dicks that have no significance. And each time they take their mask off, their overness just drops like... It's just total shit.
And it's just like half of them, like, I think it's Wes Briscoe or something, revealed himself, and like half the crowd was like, who are you?
It's just like a retarded version of the Nexus. It's like the herp and derp version of the Nexus. It's just like, we couldn't be in the Nexus, so we drive motorcycles now. What? Just fuck off. And do you remember that one point when like Austin Aries and was like feuding with them, and like maybe like, oh, James Storm brought them in. Oh no, it was Bobby Roode. I'm like, oh, die, just fucking die, Aces and Eights, die, you sons of anarchy, fucking rip-off cunts.
And there's this weird fucking pattern with Aces and Eights in where, like, once they get their mask ripped off, I forgot how to put the mask back on. Like, my face is now permanently revealed. I can't put a new thing on it. Like, what? Like, seriously, guys.
You ripped up my item of clothing. I can't put it back on.
I can't put it back on. How do I put the mask back on? I've been wearing it for 10 months.
No, Mummy, come here. I can't put my mask back on.
I mean, just like, it's just, why did they not stop to think and like, hang on, guys, we can put our masks back on? Why do we always have to...
Why, in the love of fuck, don't they just board up the door where they come out of at the impact? Why? Who's they? These dickheads in the building. The storyline doesn't make sense. It's stupid. The only thing they've ever won is a television title. You might as well just fucking call this retarded NWO. What is this shit? For fuck's sake. And then you got Bully Ray, who's clearly going to join this fucking group. And they're just teasing it and teasing it and teasing it. If you tease it too much, you're going to fucking ruin it. Oh well, never mind. You've ruined everything. Fuck TNA. Fuck this storyline. Fuck you, Dave Lagana. You're no good. People thought you were the greatest. You're no good. You're shit. I would rather have a fucking goat book this company. You know what? I would prefer that. If a goat was writing fucking, like, Jeff Hardy's fucking weird fucking promos he has in his fucking brain because somebody thought that'd be a good idea. This company is dumb. I don't like this anymore. I don't want to watch this anymore. But it's like crack, and I can't stop watching this shit. Welcome to TNA. My name is Bully. That'd be the best thing ever.
I just want someone to do that, just to any promo in history. Just like, the following contest is for the TNA World Championship.
It's like the spinner belt, but it has a goat's head on it. Yes.
But yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know in terms of the storyline, though, like just for the storyline characters in like security, like, do you think that they ever just mention just going, Bill, do you think we should have someone watch that door? Well, I don't know, Jack. Why? Well, there's for the past, like, I don't know, 6 months we've been having people walk through that door and just beating people up for no reason. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it tonight. Why not? I don't know. I just don't think they're going to do it. Just don't worry about it.
He's a member of Racist Tonight!
And then he punches the other security guy.
It's... The chat's asking, or someone in the chat, I think it's Jack Jimmy Smith, who's asking why Jeff Hardy was not in the UK. Drugs!
Yep, drugs.
If you have a history of drugs, you're not allowed in. Get out!
Get the fuck out!
Yeah, I'm reading,
That's only TNA, I'm sorry, but that's just brilliant. Only TNA would put their world championship on somebody who can't go on their 1 month overseas tour. Brilliant. We had a month of Impact where we didn't even see the world champion.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know what, TNA? I hope you die this year. I really do.
Kevin...
We're going to the Alamo Dome where we're not even like... There's not even like, I don't know, a tenth for the fucking arena, but don't worry about it, guys. It's a historic event.
Kevin Intelligence is saying, so can't Jack Swagger go to the UK? I believe it's a different rule for marijuana as opposed to like actual fucking hardcore drugs.
Yeah, he had some kind of lab, okay?
Yeah, I swear to God, Jeff Hardy actually thought Breaking Bad was real and was like, I'm gonna get in on that shit.
I don't care about TNA anymore. So, apparently I'm reading on the interwebs that, Orlando are looking... wait, what?
Wow, fucking... What is it with you? Why are you botching every headline today?
Because there was no news this week! The Orlando Business Journal has reported that the Central Florida Sports Commission recently received a request for a proposal from WWE for the opportunity to host WrestleMania 31 in 2015 or WrestleMania 32 in 2016. Also, Detroit, Michigan is another city that has received a request from WWE, and the event would take place at Ford Field, which hosted WrestleMania 23.
I'm sorry, look, I don't care about who's getting WrestleMania because I'm not American. No offense to Americans, I'm sure anyone in Detroit is like, oh, we might be getting it. And like the AC/DC Madman has just said, what about London? Well, this is the thing. Yeah, we reported earlier, a few weeks or possibly months ago, that WWE is looking to do a super show over here, but they will never ever do a WrestleMania. And the thing is that you've got to look at it from a business point of view. The problem would be is that WrestleMania, if they let's just say hypothetically they did WrestleMania in London, in Wembley Stadium, which I'm pretty sure they could pack out.
I mean, the stadium can fit, what, 70,000, 80,000 people?
Yeah, I know, like, that's more than what the old stadium was, which they did SummerSlam 92 in. But
that had Bret Hart and British Bulldog, didn't it?
Yes, it was headlined by Bret Hart and British Bulldog for the IC title.
But wow, the IC title actually headlined the event. Fuck me.
Headlined one of the main four belts.
Fuck me sideways and call me Barry. Really?
Right, but
Cheeky.
yeah. So let's just look hypothetically at this for a second. The problem would be is that if they did it in London, it would have to be on a tape delay, which means
holy shit.
What?
It can seat up to 90,000 people.
Okay, right. Like anyway, you're getting me off point here. Essentially, it means that the show would have to be pre-taped because don't forget we're 5 hours ahead of eastern border of America and 8 hours the western side. I think 8 hours. I'm not sure. An American might have to.
What time would we have to do a show here?
Well, they have to do the show for British people, and we would have the show in the evenings. So that's about sort of 7 o'clock, like roughly when this show starts. That means we're on the air in America, the eastern side of America. That's like New York, Florida, Philadelphia. We're on the air at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But if you live in like no, I'm not finished. If you live in like Los Angeles or San Diego, That means we're right now on the air at 11:48 in the morning. And you see what the problem is. And it was a different world back in 1992, 21 years ago. It was a very different world. The internet, like nowadays, as soon as something happens, bang, it's online. Someone's got a video of it. They've fucking touted it. WWE will probably fucking tout it themselves. And it's just, it's a very different world. You couldn't get the results straight away. So a tape delay wasn't as... nowadays, it's devastating to WWE because you could go, oh, so this is the results of WrestleMania, don't need to watch it.
Unless...
No, I'm not even finished. The other thing is that videos of the event have gone out online onto like YouTube and shit before the show's actually shown in America.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. If WrestleMania came to this country, you could have it on at 8 and not end till 2 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I swear to fuck, every person in that stadium would still be awake because it's WrestleMania in England.
Yeah, but you got to think. No, you got to think. Then it's got to be
a card where we need to see it. You don't want to spoil it. You put on a fucking decent card, not this shit that they're doing this year.
But people will always spoil it. People will always spoil it.
Yeah.
It's a very different world we live in compared to SummerSlam '92. It's a very different world.
Then people will be like, well, I
don't think a WrestleMania could work in this environment overseas. I just don't. I don't.
You could be like, well, I'm not going to spoil it for myself because,
You think every wrestling fan has a moral fucking compass?
Oh,
I'm not going to spoil it for myself.
Maybe the fucking
They're wrestling fans.
Be like, okay, yeah.
Wrestling fans hate each other for not agreeing.
What?
Wrestling fans, if you have a different opinion to a wrestling fan, they get into a fucking argument about it. They have no moral compass. No offense to every single person who listens to this show. But, like, literally, you could say, I could just sit here and go, yeah, I like CM Punk. And then some guy goes, oh, you're a fucking mark. Oh, CM Punk shit. You're wrong. Get off the show. You shouldn't be doing the show. You know nothing. Whoa, I'm just expressing an opinion. Calm the fuck down. Calm your tits. All right? Calm them.
I'm just saying that if the card was any good...
But that's like saying if a film was any good, there wouldn't be any piracy. That's bullshit. There will always be piracy.
I'm talking about people going out and spoiling it.
I'm sorry, people can still fucking spoil a film. Write the entire plot synopsis online. And there's always...
But if you really
it just doesn't work.
You wouldn't go out and go, oh, I really want to watch this fucking film. Let me see how it fucking ends. Oh, I really like Skyfall. Oh, I really don't want to know how it fucking ends. Oh, Skyfall ending. Oh, is everyone singing
Skyfall with Chambers? Oh, fuck off, Adele. But no, for every one wrestling fan that has your attitude, there's like 10 that's just like, I'll just fucking read it online.
But they're dickheads then.
Well, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. You can't have Vince McMahon going, guys, look, I'd really appreciate it if you watch the show and don't read it online. I'd really appreciate that. I'd really
love it if you didn't do that, guys.
Yeah, I'd really love it if you just didn't do that. Honestly, like, right here, tattooed on my heart, it would mean a lot. Don't do it, thank you.
Skyfall's good. I'm just saying that I just think if it was any good, you wouldn't spoil it.
And I disagree. I think no matter how good or bad something is, people will spoil it. People will spoil it. People will spoil it. I'm sorry. You could make the Citizen Kane. You could make the Citizen Kane of wrestling event, and people will spoil it. People don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm saying that like fucking people wouldn't. If it's any good, people will go out there and read them. Yes, they would exist. I'm not mentally fucking retarded. We do live in a technological age. I'm not fucking stupid. But
you just fucking sound it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that if you really want to watch something, you don't go out and read the spoilers, do you?
Yeah, but like I said, for every one person that's like you, there's another 10 out there that go, I'll just read it online. That's the thing. It's all well and good saying, "Oh, I won't do it. I'll be a good little cocksucker." Yeah, there's other people out there that don't give a shit. All right. Did I just call you a cocksucker?
You did. I don't suck.
I didn't realise until it just slipped out of the mouth, much like what you must do when you.
Yeah, cocksucker. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I didn't realise. But actually, I'm not sorry. You probably are a cocksucker. But you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not a cocksucker.
And that's the quote of the show. But honestly, I just don't think it would work in today's day and age. It's all well and good saying, yeah, you can start WrestleMania at 1 o'clock in the morning UK time and have it go on to fucking 4. Like, yeah, that's all well and good, but you got to remember, maybe not everyone at that show wants to be there. I remember I went to go and see SmackDown once for, I think it was my 18th birthday, and my dad, who was a wrestling fan, but was no longer a wrestling fan because he realised it wasn't real. Yes, my dad did believe it was real, sadly enough.
Wow.
When he found out it wasn't real, he was like, oh, I'm not watching that anymore. And he took me to SmackDown when I was 18, and he just sat there on his phone for 3 hours. I enjoyed it, but he was just sat there on the phone. And you got to think of it like that. Maybe not everyone wants to be there. You know, maybe you've got like Daddy taking his 3 kids there, and the 3 kids are like, yeah, I fucking love John Cena. But the dad's just like, I'm just fucking surfing Facebook, watching girls flick their bean. Like, self-admittedly, that's not PG, but you know what I mean. Just that's a weird dad if he's doing that. I'm not gonna lie. And you've gone quiet, so I guess it's time to move on.
Fucking wow. What?
I guess
Did you see Brock Lesnar's face? Fuck me, what the fuck happened to his face?
I haven't actually watched Raw this week, if I'm going to be honest. I was on a film set for like a week, non-stop, 7 days.
What happened to Brock Lesnar's face? Jesus fucking God. I mean, I guess it was Triple H. I'm going to assume it's Triple H. What the fuck happened to his face?
Can you explain what happened? Because everyone's saying, like, what's happened, and I don't know, so...
Oh, no, I just found a picture of Brock Lesnar's fucking face.
Can you just explain?
Live
radio, this is fun.
Shut up. So, reading.
The Supla!
He rammed Lesnar twice into the ring post, attacking him with a steel chair, left blood in and around the ring. On the UK broadcast, this was edited. Oh no, this was not edited in any way. But WWE have made the pictures black and white to disguise Lesnar's pouring head. So Triple H rammed his head into a fucking ring post and hit him over the head with a chair.
Look, okay, I just want to be the controversial.
Why is he allowed to do these things?
I just want to be the controversial one here, right?
Yeah.
But I think it needs to be said. Obviously, last week we were talking about Glenn Beck, and Glenn Beck, you know, talking shit about WWE, and then Zeb Coulter does a promo with Jack Swagger, or Jake Hager, his real name is, and he goes, Mr. Beck, we are a PG show. If Glenn Beck tuned into that show at that precise moment of seeing Brock Lesnar's face covered in blood, to be quite frank, I would actually side with Glenn Beck and go, yeah, I can't back this up. It's not PG. I'm sorry, but a guy bleeding, whether it's for real...
Bambi's died in Bambi!
What?
I don't know.
But it's like, I don't know if it was illegitimate, like he actually bladed, or if it was by accident, because that has happened, but it's just the fact. And I see people now going on, and like Kyle87 saying, please don't moan about the blood. But when you start marketing yourself as a PG show, and you've got that image of Brock Lesnar covered in blood, you can't exactly back up that claim of being PG. Now, you can say what you want about the PG product, whether you agree with it or you disagree with it, but at the end of the day, like, maybe I'm overreacting. Everyone on the chat saying it was an accident. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. I didn't see it. No one's told me if it was an accident or if it was legit, but it was... Yeah, but it was just like, when they've been having this media attention on them and they're trying to defend themselves saying they're a PG show, and then they've got this guy who is bleeding from the face, you just have to think, is this really the best thing to be doing right now?
Like the back of the head.
But you understand where I'm coming from, right?
What? Yeah, but I mean...
It's a tough situation, because if it was by accident, there was nothing they could do. I understand that. But I don't know if it was an accident or not.
I just don't really understand how Triple H is allowed to do this.
Because he's the game! He can do what he wants!
I mean, I swear he hit, like, Undertaker over the head, unprotected.
He probably did.
WrestleMania, and they were like, well, he's going to get fined, and then they would just be like, well, that's not going to do anything, is it?
He probably did. I think there was actually, they were like, we'll just take the fine and just go full on winning the match. I think that's what I heard anyway, that they were just like, yeah, we'll take the fine. And just have chair shots. But
I don't. I mean, this hasn't made me care about the Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is so good. He's bleeding. It's the best thing ever." It's like, I don't.
It's the Attitude Era all over again.
No, it's not. It's Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. I don't care. I do not care about this match. It doesn't matter if he twats him in the face 18 times, to the point where his brain is coming out of his fucking ears. I couldn't care less. I don't care about this match. There is nothing they can do to make me give a fuck about this.
Speaking of which, people on the chat have been going nuts now. Punk versus Cena, the pile driver. They're going nuts. They're saying they were puking rainbows when they saw it.
Oh, yay! A pile driver! Yay! All is right in the world. There was blood and there was a pile driver. The Attitude Era is back. Are you people fucking retarded?
I didn't see the show, so I can't back it up. Apparently, it was a very good match. Apparently, it was a good match.
Well, apparently, he did a pile driver. CM Punk did a pile driver on Brock Lesnar and failed to break his neck. So, basically, what I'm saying is he didn't do it right.
That is dark, man. That is my gimmick you're stealing there.
I know, I'm sorry.
That is my gimmick you're stealing.
I'm just like... I heard it was a good match. I've seen bits of Raw, but I've been busy. I can't be asked. I've had work to do, so... whatever.
But, yeah, there you go, guys. Self-admittedly, this was a bad week for us, because I've been on a film set, Andy's been flicking his bean. We haven't really been having a chance
I don't have a bean to flick.
I don't know what you do.
I don't have a penis. Penis!
It might as well be a bean, it's that small.
Whatever.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly natural, Andrew.
I don't have a clitoris.
Anyway, I think we should move on. I think we've got like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, we ran out of news.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where to go. Is there anything else we can say? There's got to be something, Andy. There's got to be something.
I saw a picture of Crawley the Desma, and it made me so fucking angry. I wanted to fucking...
Oh! They're talking about WWE 13 in the game, in the games. Wow, in the chat. Yes, I forgot to say, I sent out a tweet earlier this week. If you have a Twitter, be sure to follow me at Liam the Film Guy on Twitter. But I sent out a tweet this week saying that ever since THQ went out of business, their servers seem to have improved.
Dumb fucking wank.
Honestly, like, I can actually download stuff from the community creations now.
Holy fuck, I'm gonna do this now.
But the thing is, right, and I just want to say, just if you're on the chat right now, can you just tell me if you play WWE 13 online? Just go ahead now, just say you play WWE 13 online. Just say it on the chat.
Well, straight fucking radio, Liam.
Yeah, I'm sorry to the YouTube guys and VOC and anyone who's not on the chat, right? But, yeah. Let me just know if you play WWE 13 online. Right. To everyone who does play WWE 13 online, for example, Steve-O, Blue Boy, Edwin, Jack Jimmy Smith,
Barry,
Edwin again. Yeah, all you guys, You guys are fucking cunts. I'm sorry, right?
Wow.
I've played WWE 13 online. All they ever fucking do is spam the running grapple. To the point where I can't even get a move in.
God, my housemates do that. My housemates do that all the time. My girlfriend does that. She just runs at me all the time. Stop it.
Just, you guys
God, they just piss me off. It's just
fucking dicks. You guys are fucking dicks.
God, I hate people who do that. Like,
all you ever do is the running grapple. It's not even I'm sorry, how do you even have fun by just running and grappling people?
Oh, God, it's not fun.
It's not fun, guys. It's the most... And it's like, they're like, yeah, look at me. I'm really ranked high. Yeah, because you're running and spamming a move. You're not actually skilled at the game.
I unlocked John Laurinaitis and was like, what the fuck is going on? How did I do this? I made an arena and then got rid of it and then put it in the... I don't understand. It's just fucking broken. It's
broken. So hopefully 2K Sports can somehow salvage the series.
They can't. They've got the same people running it with the same...
This is true.
It's just like... What's wrong with... Why? What business would be like, you know what we should do? Copy a company that's dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's hire the guy that killed the series.
What?
Yeah, what? Pretty much. But, I think that's everything we've got to talk about. There's nothing else I want to add.
I'm going to see if these servers work.
Right. Well, in that case, I think it's probably best to end the show.
I think it's probably for the best as well. I have been Andy Kwan.
I have been Liam Dunn, and of course you are listening to us either on livestream.com, wrestlingtruth.com, iTunes, both accounts, VOC Nation, Fox Sports, BitTorrenting, YouTube, wherever the fuck we are, and we will see you next week. Say goodbye. Or don't, Andy. Well done. You fucked that up a second week in a row.